Beginning our 10 days leave right here and now. I'm planting myself and taking root.
You can't do that. I've just had a brilliant idea, a master stroke.
Sounds more like sunstroke. Go away and lie down. Too hot for brilliant ideas.
On your feet, Rhodes. We're off to Ballypur.
Why Ballypur?
Good shooting down there. Tigers.
Too far. If they want to be shot, let them come to me.
Very unsportsmanlike. If that kind of thinking prevailed, Ballyport'd be knee-deep in unshot tigers.
I'll try not to think about it.
Suit yourself. Vegetate. Hibernate. And then dream of ivory palaces, glowing in the moonlight. Cool, exotic nights. And dark-eyed, languishing lovelies. And in the middle of it all, just me.
I thought you said you'd be hunting tigers.
I have a standing invitation with the Raj Kamar of Ballypur for tiger shooting, pig sticking, or what have you.
It's that, what have you that reaches me.
Yeah, I thought it would.
How did you and a Rajput prince ever get to be such friends?
Friends? Who said we were friends?
I thought you did.
We don't even like each other, but, well, we went to Harrow together. It's more like being relatives.
I see. Well, I suppose you better drop him a line and tell him I'm coming.
I already did. He's expecting it.
Welcome to Ballypur, gentlemen.
Skinny, nice of you to meet us.
Oh, quite. Look, Storm, that Skinny business was all very well at Harrow, but here, well, I am next in line to rule the whole grubby little state, you know?
Sorry, say no more. May I present Mr. Michael Rhodes, Lieutenant in the 77th Bengal Lancers? His Serene Highness, Hiralal Shanrama, Raj Kamar of Ballypur, inherent member of the Royal Chamber of the Ruling Princes and companion to the most exalted order of the Indian Empire.
Well, you don't have to overdo it, Storm. I'm Rhodes.
I'm honored, Your Highness.
My delight at your visit is dimmed only by my lack of preparation. You see, my cousin, the Maharaja, is holding a reception tonight to honor our new British resident, Sir Richard Blood. Most of the arrangements are in my hands, but my table is already full, so I shall be forced to neglect you until after dinner. The reception follows at 10 o'clock. I hope you'll both be there.
We understand, and we will.
Sir Richard Blood, eh? He's a tough little pelican.
My cousin despises him, so of course he'll welcome Sir Richard like a favorite brother. Of course. To the Ballypur Hotel. These foot accommodations will have to serve so we can make room for you at the palace. Meanwhile, I hope you'll find things here convenient to your tastes.
We already have. Who is she?
Yolande Corday, an entertainer. We brought her here from Paris to sing for us at the reception.
What's she doing for dinner?
You haven't changed since hello. Here we are.
Well, it's lavish, but I guess we'll manage somehow.
About that girl. Oh, yes. Well, so far as I know, she has no plans for dinner. Not that she hasn't been asked. Till we meet again at the reception. Tomorrow we'll have a go at the tigers. And, good hunting, gentlemen.
This is the message the woman attempted to send, Your Highness.
Oh, the assistant resident. A pathetic plea for help. You'll deliver it, of course.
But, Your Highness...
The Englishman will come to the woman's room at 8 o'clock. When he does, kill him.
I'll be just a fact. Now, look. Let's be sensible. There's no point at all in both of us barging in on the girl until I see if she has a friend. For you.
Now, don't think I don't appreciate your help, Willie boy. But there's nothing I'd rather do without.
All right, Michael?
Oh, wait a minute. Let's flip a coin. Loser stays clear.
You know, that crude, direct, backwoods approach of yours may have been very effective in the wilds of Canada. But this situation calls for tact, diplomacy, superior storm technique.
Maybe you're right. Well, anyway, we can't both go.
I knew you'd see the light. Remember, they also serve who only watch and wait.
Let's both remember that.
Rhodes! Rhodes, this is a low, dirty, unsportsmanlike trick.
Sorry, Willie boy, but in the face of that superior storm technique, I have to rely on that crude, direct, backwoods approach. Bye.
Hello. How nice of you to drop in.
While you're holding me, your assassin's making his escape.
I am but a poor and insufficient sub-inspector of the Ballypore police side. But it seems to me, in my ignorance, if we were not to hold you, our assassin might indeed escape.
My name is Michael Rhodes, an officer of the Bengal Lancers on leave in Ballypore, the guest of your Raj Kumar here aloft.
Forgive my stupidity if I know nothing of your exalted friendship with His Highness. Forgive my embarrassment if I detain you in our inadequate jail till we verify it.
You can spare my forgiveness on both counts. My friend, Mr. Storm, is in the guest suite. He'll identify me.
I hasten to avail myself of your superior suggestions, Sahib. कैदी अपने नियम में कामरे को ले जाओ. Well, where is he?
In there.
Oh.
Oh, you caught him, eh? Good work.
Look, Storm, this is no time for comedy. Tell him who I am.
Well, of course. You're the man who locked me in the closet.
The fellow claims to be a friend of yours, Sahib.
A friend of mine? Ridiculous. Well, he's obviously Canadian.
Indeed.
Oh, I caught him skulking around in here a while back. Oh, I fought valiantly, but I was outnumbered.
Yes,
well,
sir.
I mean, just look at the size of him.
Yes.
Definitely the criminal type. What did he do now?
Well, so help me, Storm, you're going to pay for this.
You hear that? He's after my money.
उसको ले जाओ.
Just wait, Storm. I'll get even with you.
Oh, violent, too. I tell you, I won't feel safe in Ballypore till that man is behind bars.
He soon will be, sir. 1,000 apologies for this intrusion.
Not at all.
Good night, sir.
All right, you can come out now.
Are they really gone?
Yes. We're alone at last. I hate to waste precious time with explanations, but perhaps I'd better have one. For my large, indignant friend. Why are the police looking for you? Why are they carting him off to the dungeons?
Because of the man who was just killed in my rooms.
Oh. I begin to see why Rhodes is losing his sense of humor.
There's no time to explain. I won't be safe here.
Oh, now. You can trust me. We have a mutual friend. Here, Alal. He spoke very well of you.
How very kind of him. Did he also tell you that he's planning to kill me? Or anybody else who gets into his way?
Well, I'm sure we're speaking of
But
the
then
same man.
listen to me. Our mutual friend has planned the assassination of Sir Richard Blood, the new British resident. It is to take place during the reception at the palace tonight.
He told us he was in charge of the arrangements. He didn't say how far they went.
The plan is to discredit his cousin, the Maharaja. The assassination will appear to have been plotted by him.
Skinny seems to have been doing a bit of postgraduate work since Harold.
Even the appointed assassin doesn't know the rest of the plan. As soon as he kills Sir Richard, he himself will be killed instantly. And evidence will be found on his body to show that he has acted under the orders of the Maharaja.
And that'd force the Crown to step in and depose the Maharaja and appoint the next in line to rule Ballypore.
That's right.
Where did you get all this?
From Hira Lal.
He told you so himself?
He has a weakness for tall drinks and tall conversations, and one thing leads to another. I think he meant to attract me by his impending rise to power.
Wait a minute. Now, look. Hasn't this gone far enough? Don't you understand? My friend was making a joke. He's a comedian, a very funny man. Indeed. Now, let's have one big hearty laugh all around, shake hands, say goodnight.
The great sadness of my life, Sahib, is that I was born devoid of wit. Such a joke is beyond my feeble powers to comprehend.
Then take me to your Raj Kumar. He'll explain it to you.
Oh, I cringe to think of imposing my inferiority on such a man. Occupied as he is with the momentous matters of the reception. Bear with my incompetence till after then.
Not a chance. Now take your hands off me.
Oh, you force me to these vulgar measures, Sahib.
That's it.
Before I get Rhodes out of one mess and into another, there's one man we haven't accounted for. The dead one in your room.
Mr. Crane, the assistant resident, I sent word to him to meet me to warn him of the plot against Sir Richard.
And Hiralal found out.
He must have. The man who killed Crane was the same servant who took my message, and the state police arrived at the exact moment he did it.
You mean they were notified of the murder in advance?
Of course. The head of the state police is Hiralal's brother. They meant to find me with the body.
And shoot you while resisting arrest. Oh, he has a flair for these things, that old schoolmate of mine. You lock this door. And don't open it to anyone but me. I'll be back with Rhodes.
Came back looking for Storm. But this is better than I bargained for. I need you, lady, to clear up a few points with the local police.
No, let
Not
me
so
go.
fast. You're not running out on me again.
But I can't go to the police.
Now we're in this thing together.
Fool, you don't know what you have done.
Don't I? There's a key to these handcuffs in the Ballypore police station. And I'm as eager as you are to get out of them. So let's go down there and get everything untangled.
I tried to tell you. Now it's too late. There is no escape. Not like this. You change yourself to a dead woman.
What are you talking about?
Police, they killed me on sight. Oh, yes, they have no choice. I'm a danger to their plan. I must be killed tonight.
Regrettable son of unfortunate parents.
Yes.
You are the most unutterable of fools.
True, true. My ignorance is so great, I do not know the full extent of my stupidity.
You have fumbled and stumbled us to the brink of calamity. The woman escapes with a life. The man runs free throughout our city. Both have seen me and know my work. In just 2 hours, the slaying of Sir Richard Blood was to be my masterpiece.
Yes.
And you have spoiled it for me.
No, no, you are a genius, a paragon of assassins. You will be magnificent as always.
How can my hand be steady, my movement sure, my mind at ease, with those two at large to betray me, huh?
I have my men searching the streets, surrounding the palace. They will not escape. Please, please, go to the reception and practice your art in the calm assurance that our police force is on the job.
Very well. I go to the palace. At midnight, you may lower the flag of the British residence to half-mast.
It is the least we can do, out of grief and respect. Thousand apologies for this delay, sir. What significant business brings you to dignify this unimportant place?
Well, it's like this. I've come to confess.
To confess, sir? Lico.
Yes, I'm guilty of making a bad joke.
Oh.
You see, the man you're holding really is my friend and a brother officer, so you can let him go now, and I'll pay you for whatever trouble I've caused.
Ah. An excellent jest, eh? But we are not holding him, sir.
No?
No, sir. He is not an easy man to hold. But if you should see your friend, please tell him he is only wanted for questioning. Actually, we are more interested in a certain woman.
Yes, I know what you mean. I'll tell him if I see him. Good night,
Thank you,
Inspector
sir.
Saab.
Good night, sir. Good night. This one I will follow personally. He will lead me to the others.
Somehow or other, we've got to get through to that reception before midnight.
And you do believe me?
Yes. Because your story sounds exactly like a lie, and because you look so guilty telling it. I better see what's keeping Storm. Oh, too late. Here come the bloodhounds.
What can we do?
Are you afraid of high places?
Yes.
It's time you got over that. I have a few words to say to Mr. Storm. If he hadn't been so funny, we'd have never gotten into this mess.
I thought it began with you being funny.
Maybe you're right.
Yolanda?
Yes.
I was a fool. One of us might have made it to the palace alone.
Whatever happens, it won't be your fault.
But I got us into these blasted things.
Please, don't blame yourself. It is I who dragged you into it. I am the burden that is slowing you to a stop. What a pity. Another night, in another place. Might have been fun being handcuffed to you.
You're under arrest.
Move along.
Ah, so you have found them. Excellent. And I have captured the other one. All three are to be taken to the palace immediately.
To the palace? But your orders were...
My orders have been changed by the Rajkumar. His Highness wishes to deal with them in person. They are to be taken directly to him.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Chalo, that way.
I trust you're enjoying yourself, Sir Richard.
Not the only thing I am enjoying. Loathe this sort of thing, you know. I can't understand what's detained my assistant, Mr. Crane. Dashed impertinence leaving me here to do it all alone.
I'm sure Mr. Crane has an excellent excuse for his absence, Sir Richard.
Oh.
The designated time is at hand, Your Highness.
And a designated payment. In advance, as usual. Good luck.
Craftsman does now succeed through luck, Your Highness. I shall not fail.
In a moment, Sir Richard, you will see something unusual in the way of entertainment. A lovely French mademoiselle.
What's the meaning of this intrusion? Get them out of here!
Alas, Your Highness, my gun is empty of bullets and authority. But the one at my back is not.
Guards, seize the prisoners!
What infernal impudence. What sort of goings-on are these?
I'm quite helpless to explain, Sir Richard.
Stop them, Sir Richard. It is your life that it is in danger.
What the devil does she mean?
Enough of this. Take them away.
One moment, cousin. We are most interested. Let them speak.
Thank you, Your Highness. You yourself are in danger here of being blamed for the death of Sir Richard.
Death? Upon my word, you people are making some rather melodramatic statements here. Better have proof and all that.
Proof? The girl's a fugitive. The men are her accessories.
I'll give you proof. The assassin is somewhere in this room waiting to strike. I'm speaking to him now. Listen to me. The moment you do your job, you'll be killed by the same man who paid you to do it. Hira Lal.
By Harry, sir, this is preposterous.
He's right. Listen to me, whoever you are. In the envelope containing your payment for this crime, you find a note supposedly written by His Highness the Maharaja. It's been planted on you to be found on your dead body to make a case against His Highness.
Incredible. How could you know all that?
From Hira Lal himself.
I return your money, Harry Lal. This job I do for pleasure.
There's your proof, Sir Richard.
By Jove, I believe I'm convinced. I think I ought to sit down.
Release them. They have spoken the truth. Our cousin lies dead at the foot of the throne he tried to take. We do not yet know who you are, but we are much in debt to each of you. And to you, our loyal sub-inspector of police. You have acted quickly.
I have been aware of the plot against Your Highness, and have but awaited my opportunity to act.
You shall be rewarded.
Oh, we'll discuss the suitable reward for your loyal sub-inspector in a moment, Your Highness. Right now, I'll trouble you for the key to those handcuffs. Here it is, Rhodes. And I must say, I've never had this much trouble separating you from a lady before.
Thank you, Willie boy, but, no thanks. We're just getting used to the idea.